I'm going to tell a story about keeping secrets. Rosie Moody lived with her mom and dad and her rag doll, Mona Lisa. One morning, Mundy's dad ran into the kitchen, waving an envelope. We won, he shouted to Mom. We won. What have you won? Asked Rosie. A competition, said Dad. For a holiday in Palace for two, said Mother. I don't believe it. But, wailed Rosie Moody, who will look after me? You can go and stay with Aunt Jobishka and the boys, said Dad. Can I? Said Rosie happily. Are you sure? Of course she can, said Aunt Jobishka when Mom rang to ask her. So get packing. I can't find my socks. Rosie packed her own bag and a small one for Mona Lisa too. Where's Mona Lisa's hat? Straight after breakfast on Saturday, they drove off to Aunt Jobishka's. She was standing at the gate to meet them. Rosie loved Aunt Jobishka, who kept ducks and wore rugs and wore long shirts and was hardly ever cross. Hello, Aunt Jobishka. Josh and Harry were excited to see Rosie. They had made a big chocolate cake. Everyone had 2 slices of cake before Rosie's mom and dad said goodbye. The boys have been cooking. Later, when Aunt Jobishka went to feed her 3 ducks, the boys looked at Rosie solemnly. Can you keep a secret? Asked. I don't know, stammered Rosie. Well, said Josh, we better find out. Come and see us tonight after lights out. And don't eat too much supper. At supper, Aunt Jobishka was worried when Rosie said she did not want any pudding. No, what? No ice cream? No thanks, I'm fine. The boys' secret was a midnight feast of donuts full of jam and fizzy apple juice, and playing snap in whispers. Stop cheating, Josh. I am not cheating, Harry. Snap. All next day, the boys watched and Rosie waited for Rosie and to give away their secret, but her mouth stayed closed and her eyes said nothing. Better if she can come. One more secret, said Josh to Harry, before let her in on the big one. The next day, they took Rosie up to the attic. They kneeled down on the floor and lifted up a floorboard and pulled out some things wrapped up in bits of old torn sheets. Look, whispered Harry. I made this for Mom's birthday. Ashoo-hoo. Harry uncovered a painting he had done of a sea. The sun was shining down a little boat with two boys on it. The boat was riding green waves and frivolous white edges. That's me, and that's me. Mom loves the sea, said Harry, so this picture will make her happy. Go on, Josh, unwrap your present. Josh carefully unfolded a round box and held it up, and covered with sea shells, little pearl around ones, and sharper, large yellow ones. In the middle of the lid was the biggest shell of all. Yes, Mom loves the sea, sighed Joseph. And so do we. Don't judge me. I am not. At supper, Aunt Jobishka said, Look a bit dusty, Rosie. Did you have fun in the attic? Yes, said Rosie. What did you find in the attic? Oh, carpets and taps. Said Auntie Jobishka. You look more like Mona Lisa every day. Your big eyes tell no tales, and your mouth looks as if it has been sewn up with thread. And she went away to weed a rug. Well, John Rosie, you passed the test. The next morning, Josh said, Come with us, Rosie, but don't bring that doll. Why not, will Rosie? Moody. Because you will need free hands if you want to get to our bigger secret safely, added Ada. Sorry, Mona Lee. Rosie followed the boys down through the long garden until they came to a small hole in the hedge. Rosie Moody called after the boys through the small hole into the rambly garden of the house next door. Follow me. Keep your head down. The house is empty, said Josh, because it's up for sale. Now we going to let you in on our big secret, said Harry. Josh and Harry led Rosie to a huge oak tree with strong, friendly branches. A sturdy wooden ladder rested against the trunk above them. The green leaves rustled in the wind. "Come and see, Rosie." "I will go first," said Harry. "Then you in the middle, Rosie, like jam in a sandwich. Josh will come last." Slowly, carefully, Rosie and the boys began to climb. "This is quite scary. I'm always last." Up and up they climbed through the whispering tree until they came to a huge fork in the branches. Rosie saw a white platform. In the middle of there was a house with a roof, windows, and door. "Oh!" she breathed. Rosie gazed up through the rustling leaves. "A secret house?" she said. "No, a secret boat," said Harry. "Come into the cabin." Rosie followed the boys into the boat. "It's got curtains and cushions," said Rosie, "and dominoes." "And crayons and paper," said Josh, "and books for rainy days." "But that's not all," said Harry. Josh showed the telescope and the shell. The telescope was a long cardboard roll painted black and gold. The shell was a large and pink like roses in Aunt Jobishka's garden. "With this telescope," said Harry, "you can see for miles across the ocean. Come into the deck and try it." But when Rosie held the telescope to one eye, all could see was a sea of green waves, treetops. "I feel seasick." And when she held the shell hard against her ear, all she could hear was the sinking of the sea. "Come into these yellow sands." After a long time, Rosie and the boys climbed carefully down the ladder. "Remember," said Josh, "you mustn't tell anyone about our big secret." "I promise," said Rosie. "I will never tell anyone." "What have they been up to?" "Can I keep a secret?" "I can keep a secret." At supper, Aunt Jobishka said, "You look a bit muddy, Rosie. Did you have fun in the garden?" "Yes," said Rosie. Said Aunt Jobishka. The next morning, Josh and Harry woke Rosie. They shouted excitedly, "Come and look quickly!" a new neighbor. It's a dog and a boat. In the garden of the house next door stood a huge boat. They could see Aunt Jobushka stroking a big yellow dog and talking to a man. Come and meet our neighbor, Mr. Dillon, and his dog Goldie, she called. Mr. Dillon smiled at the children as they dashed to the gate. You can come and play with Goldie anytime, he said. I'm glad I'm not going home yet. I'm dreaming someone pinched me. Great, said Harry. And now, said Dillon, who will I come sailing me tomorrow? Me. They all shouted. Can I come too? Of course you can.